best in poker news, entertainment, and more. This is the Mark Hoke Show.
Nothing like crisis mode to get your blood boiling. Whee! Hey, it's Mark Hoke. I'm here on the Mark Hoke Show. We're live. Seminole Hard Rock and Roll Poker Open. We're trying to get Nate down on the line. Was having some technical difficulties. And then my high-quality Asus computer, the otherwise known as the Giant Piece of Duty, decided to act up a little bit. And, but we're on the air. Having a great time here at the Seminole Hard Rock. Going to try and get Nathan Dowland on the line, co-host of the Mark Hoke Show. Going to give it a shot, see what happens. Some reason we're having a little trouble connecting with him on there, but we'll try and call Nate back, get him on the air with us. But hey, Aaron Massey's going to stop by when they hit their players hit their break coming up in a little bit. Got about 43 minutes before the break time. Here in the main event here at Seminole Hard Rock and Roll Poker Open. Pretty exciting stuff going on. We have a lot of great poker superstars here in the house, and boy, I'll tell you, they're already coming out to play at this one. You know, usually we've got a day one and a day two here, but everybody is pretty excited, man. I'll tell you, we got some ballers in the house. And as soon as I get that, get that post back up, I'll be able to tell you who they are. But bear with me for 1 second. All right, and Ian O'Hara's in here. David Levy is in the house. Let's see who else we've got flying around. I know there's a massive list of players coming in here. So bear with us. Like I said, we'll get that up there in a second. Just trying to get in. It was a last minute scramble here. I had everything set up and ready to go, and then kerplunk, kerplow, and kerplooey, something was going on. Not sure what, but we can let you know about the leaderboard that has been updated here for the tournament series. And just checking that out for you. Ori Hen, who won that first event, that $500,000 guarantee to kick things off, leading the way at 684 points. Ross Fisher's in second, but trailing by a lot, 531. So a pretty good battle there. Bradley Young, who has two final tables in the series, in third at 531. Actually, he's at 531.179. Fisher's at 531.675. Pretty tight race there in second. Saeed Shah, a runner-up in an event we covered here, is at 499. Nigel Murray having a great series. He's at 498. Let's see what else we have. Eddie Lee Kenroy Martin. He's at a couple final tables. He is at 466. Darren Stabinski, a first and a second, good enough to put him at 445 points. Ariel Rosero, Ralph Campbell III, J.J. Hyun Chun has a few final tables here. Igor Schochild, Richard Clayton, Kenneth Norman, all at the top of this leaderboard. All right, and just checking to see if I've got a connection here with Nate. I do not. So we're giving it a run here, trying to get Nate on the show. And that was a shame because all my notes, everything gone. So I'm flying by the seat of my pants right now. But great day out here. Will Fiel is in the house. Matt Waxman down the road from us. Like I said, Aaron Massey in the house. He's going to be joining us. I know we have a table of death. I wonder if Kayleen has 10 seconds to tell me about the table of death. Do you have a couple seconds to tell me about the table of death? Yeah. That'll be helpful. Considering all my notes went Kaputsky here right off the bat, so it's another quality Mark Hoke show on the road. Kayleen, what's happened?
Well, Ryan Van Sanford, who is fresh from his WPT win at Best Bet Jacksonville, came in here today and said he drew the worst table in the room. Well, of course, he busted out in the second level and re-entered. His new table features
oh God
Chance Cornuth,
Uh-huh.
Andy Frankenberger,
Uh-huh.
Cornell Simpan,
Okay.
Sean Deeb,
Okay.
Cord Garcia,
Uh-huh.
and now Ryan Van Sanford. So
Ow.
he went from the frying pan into the fire.
Maybe he shouldn't have played for that rebuy. That re-entry. That
Yeah.
could be bad call on his part.
Could be. But, hey, he just won $421,000 at Best Bet Jacksonville, so, hey, he can afford another rebuy if he needs to.
No complaining. No complaining allowed. Yeah, so big table right there. Wow. That's pretty nuts. John Dolan's here now. All right. So everybody in the house here. I got to tell you, what a great I mean, this is just going to be amazing. Of course, it's a $2 million guarantee going on right now here at the Seminole Hard Rock and Roll Poker Open. And let's try something here. Nate, are you there?
I am here, Mark.
All right, I can hear you now.
Fantastic,
Oh,
finally.
Nikes. Good God, I don't know what the hell happened there. But anyway, Nate, what's up? Nate joining us from Las Vegas.
From fabulous Las Vegas.
It's Fabu, as the kids like to say. Well, the kids don't say that anymore. The only person that said that was the Great Gazoo.
Not a lot going on here in Las Vegas this week. Tomorrow's the 50K over at the Golden Nugget, and that's just about it. Everybody should be in Florida.
You bet your ass they're here. Boy, I'll tell you what, like I said, the players, the big guns are showing up here at the Seminole Hard Rock. And, boy, I mean, this is only day 1A, of course. We got a 1B coming up tomorrow. I'm throwing the schedule in front of me here real quick since I was scrambling like crazy. By the way, this was on our table. I just want to show you this. You see, this was white up here. Okay? This was white. It is now all filled in and partially on the back, too. Somebody got really bored in the room here at Thanksgiving. I don't know why. Why do people do that, Nate? Why do they take the pen and fill in the white?
Because they're bored.
They're bored, exactly.
They have nothing better to do.
Obviously did not. Let's see here. So, of course, once again, day 1A tomorrow, 1B on Saturday. We had $2 million guarantee going in here, both starting at noon. We also today, by the way, we do have another tournament going on, which I will be apparently covering for the blog tonight at shrpo.com. And color me excited on this one, Nate. It's the Holiday Deep Stack No Limit Hold'em re-entry tournament, $250 buy-in, $30,000 guarantee.
I heard you played as well as the Cowboys did yesterday, or the Bears.
No, I didn't. I didn't play that bad.
How deep did you get then?
I finished like 18th.
Out of?
I don't know.
17 players.
No. No, we were in the 30s. By the way, you got a little echo going on, Nate.
Oh, I do apologize. I don't know why I have an echo.
But yeah. So I did hop into the Thanksgiving tournament yesterday, and just could not get anything going. It was a shame. Thanks to the people that backed me on it, though. I appreciate it. I should give those guys a shout. I wonder if my No, I don't have my Facebook open, but I'll give those guys a little props as soon as I dig that up.
Who would that be?
Well, see, Nate, I restarted my computer because of this little crisis we had, just to be on the safe side, and all my notes that I had on there gone.
Safe side.
Yeah. So I right now I'm trying to kind of regroup, recover, and have a great.
And you
show.
need to figure out a plan B for the safe side.
Let me see here. That's a really cute picture of me up there on the old Ustream there. I'm broadcasting live on my Facebook page. That's exciting. Give me 1 second here. I want to give those guys their propage. Yeah, Dwayne Smith, Brian Olton of the Poker Players Championship Poker Tour, Jim Pryor and Stephen Harris. Thanks for dropping a little coin on me there. Unfortunately, I said came up a little short, but pretty happy. Played, lost, but I played. So thank you everybody for throwing me in there. Oh, but of course, like I said, all eyes on the main event right now. Nate, $2 million guarantee. It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of dough.
That's a lot of coin. A lot of coin on the line. And once again, just great spot in the calendar. So I'm sure the Guarantee will have no problem getting covered. But a lot of great players coming in here over the next couple of days. Of course, we got the another day on this tomorrow, rolling forward. So I think we're gonna see some pretty big numbers on the board.
Who all have you seen down there from the Vegas area?
From the Vegas area, that's a good question. We're still kind of compiling names and everything of who's in town. So, but we did run down some of them there. Like I said, Waxman's here, Massey's here, Frankenberger. I hear Gavin Smith is rolling into town, by the way.
Ooh,
I don't know
the Alaskan.
I don't know if Gavin's going to be playing the main event or not, but Gavin is going to be here. Of course, we have the Poker Night in America tapings coming up here, starting up on. I think they're doing a taping on the 30th. I think they're tacking a day on, from what I heard.
I know Nancy Birnbaum is excited about playing in that ladies' cash game.
Yeah, it's going to be a great one. That's taping on the 2nd. So, it's going to be a good time. I mean, I think we're going to have a great weekend here at the Seminole Hard Rock. And if you want to come down, you're more than welcome to. Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open here in Hollywood, Florida. Great rooms, fantastic accommodations, food, fun, and Florida.
And if you can't afford a room, just pay Mark. He'll let you stay with him.
Well, it depends how cute she is. Otherwise, you're on your own. Otherwise, on your own. By the way, Nate, while I'm pulling everything together, how about a football day? We had a good football day yesterday. Lost Nate on audio. There we go. But yeah, how about that one? We had the Eagles stomping the crud out of the Dallas Cowboys. Nate's call is coming back here. And, of course, the Chicago Bears losing to Detroit, and Seattle banging San Fran. That could be it for San Francisco. I hate to say it. But looking at everybody's schedules, they're going to have to run the table. It is not a good thing. Not a good thing for that loss yesterday. It's going to put them behind, but a lot of teams ahead of them that have generally pretty easy schedules. The only teams that don't are the teams in that NFC West. They're going to be playing each other kind of a round robin, just about to wrap this season up. But that should be a pretty wild finish. But that is a bad loss for San Francisco yesterday, very bad. All right, so trying to get Nate back on the line here. We're just having all sorts of Skype fun today. The Skype monster has emerged. We haven't dealt with the Skype monster for a while, but he's decided to show his ugly head today in a rather mean and brutal manner. All right. And, of course, we want to thank a lot of our – let's thank our great sponsors of the show. Good friends at BlueRail.net, our website provider. Make sure you guys go to BlueRail.net for all your website needs. We would certainly appreciate that. Get on over there at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go? Our good buddy Dutch Boyd's got that book, Poker Tilt, out there. One of the great reads you're going to have in the game for sure. Check it out at PokerTilt.com. It is the poker book you can't put down. Don't want to put down, can't put down. I'll tell you, just everything's going wrong this morning. Let's see what else we have. Our good friends at Nevada Poker League, Joe Payne, other co-host on the Mark Hoke Show on KLAV 1230 AM. Make sure you say hi to Joe, and everybody play some poker for free in Las Vegas at Ouch. Now, what is going on here? This is ridiculous. Nate, are you back?
I am back.
Okay.
Let me hook this up so there's no echo.
Okay.
I'm back.
Okay, that was confusing. That was confusing. By the way, my daughter is actually over at Nate's big ass poker lounge. I don't know where she is, but she's flying around there somewhere. I just saw her for the first time in about 2 weeks, so that was good.
That was good.
But anyway, Nate, I was talking about I was trying to cue you up some football.
Yeah, and for some reason the call dropped me. You know how Skype works.
Yeah, well, your Detroit Kitties did put one on the Bears
bear for Thanksgiving.
Yes, they did. They did. That was El Spanko.
That was fantastic.
Lots of El Spankos going on. Fly, Eagles, fly. Boy, Nate, I hope you don't have to play the Eagles in the playoffs.
I don't
Not for a while, anyway. Oh, yeah, you will mind. You will mind.
No, not a bit.
All right.
You don't have anybody on that team that's going to stop Kelvin Johnson from dominating.
You don't have anybody on
just
that team that's
don't.
going to stop everybody else. So there.
Like who?
Wow. Boy, you need to watch you need to watch an Eagles game, buddy. Oh my goodness. Anyway, hey, by the way, I was also mentioning some of the sponsors of the show. Boy, I'll tell you, can you tell how far that computer restart put me behind? Oh my God. Blind Squirrel Apparel, 20% off of the code Hoke at blindsquirrelapparel.com. Look good and be
They
lucky.
got better than that right now. If you go on to Blind Squirrel Apparel and use holiday bonus code, you'll get 40% off.
What?
They got their Black Friday sale going on
Oh,
right now.
wow, I didn't know that.
It's huge.
Well,
I know they won't use the code Hoke, so they'll jump on there and use it.
Oh, whatever.
Black Friday sale till Monday on Blind Squirrel.
Wow. All right. Well, do whatever you got to do. Get it, but just go there, and then email them and say you heard about it on the Mark Hoke Show. Jesus Christ. Thanks, Nate.
You're welcome.
I'm just dying over here. Let's see who else we got. We got a bunch of people. Pokershop.com. I'm sure they got something going on Black Friday too. That's a better deal than what we have. But we got a 10% off code Hoke for all your poker supplies, everything you need. I mean, build your man cave, whatever you need to do. You can do it in one stop at pokershop.com. Nate, you guys in the Big Ass Poker Lounge need to buy some stuff from pokershop.com. You need a sign on that wall. You can find
We've got
that.
something coming.
You can find
You're
that.
not going to like it, but we got something coming.
Oh, God. It's going to be really bad and make me cry. Let's see. We got our good friends at ABC Chinese Poker. Download that app. Hey, we just had Nikolai Yakovenko on the KLAV show on Wednesday. And, yeah.
We did.
We did. You can learn all about ABC Chinese Poker. Download it on your iPhone today. That would be a good idea. ABC Chinese Poker. You can learn more about it at abcchinesepoker.com. And, of course, if you want to hear from Nikolai, very fascinating character, by the way. You go to markhokeshow.podbean.com or iTunes and check that out. Great podcast with Nikolai on Wednesday, for sure. And, of course, we don't want to forget our good friends at Poker Night in America. They're going to be down here doing some TV tapings all weekend long, including the historic all-ladies cash game. Grindette Jamie Kerstetter is going to be in there. Unfortunately, Katie Stone is recovering from back surgery, so she had to miss the taping, and I'm very disappointed about that. But check it out at Poker Night in America, CBS Sports Network, 10 p.m. And of course, pokernight.tv if you want to check out more about the show. Okay, now I'm good, I think.
Now you're good.
Unbelievable. By the way, some good football going on today. And it looks like Nebraska just dumped Iowa in overtime and coming back and beating So I think
that's good news.
I think that keeps Nebraska maybe I think might still be alive for that division title. But it doesn't matter. Wisconsin's
Hey,
good.
Mark.
Yes.
How much will you give me if I bet you $5?
Yeah.
How much do I get if Michigan beats Ohio? You should give me like 60. I bet you 5. But if Michigan wins, you have to give me 60.
I'll give you 5 and 25 push-ups in the studio.
And 25 push-ups in the studio?
Yep.
One-handed?
Yeah. That might take a little longer, but sure.
25 one-handed push-ups.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Okay.
That's a bet.
Well, looking forward to that $5.
So if so for $5 I get to watch Mark Hoke do 25 one-handed push-ups.
Dude, you're so dead. You're going to get killed today.
You are going to be wearing a GoPro while you do these push-ups.
They are so going to lose. That is going to be a horrible and painful
Dream
loss.
on.
But I'm just going by what I see.
I know.
See.
But come on, how can you not be a Michigan fan right now? This is probably going to be the last game where there's a Hoke as a football coach in NCAA football.
Because I hate Michigan. I Michigan and Ohio State. They're both bleh. I'm a Penn State guy through and through. Penn State should have beat Ohio State, by the way. That was kind of sad. Yeah, but there's some. But boy, I'll tell you, this is a good football day. Of course, we're getting to watch it here at the Seminole Hard Rock because down here in the ballroom, 2 giant projection screen TVs are up on the big board. So we're getting to watch all of the great action. Arizona State, Arizona on the tube right now. Good game there. Marshall's trying to hang on and stay undefeated, too. Boy, they got to try to get themselves in trouble. That one's 59-59 with Western Kentucky. I wish we were watching that game. They probably scored just while I breathed. I bet they both scored.
You don't have a whole lot of sports bettors down there in Florida. It's not legal there.
It's not legal here, but I think there are some, I think there are some sports bettors in the house. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. But yeah, we're starting to get this room filling up as everybody's rolling in here. Of course, they have plenty of time to register for this flight. I think they get to go to level. Kayleen, what's the cutoff? Level 6? Level 8? For registration, what's the cutoff? Start of level 7, 8 p.m. So quite a ways to go for these guys. So basically, it's going to be the first 6 levels. They're getting hour levels out of this, Nate. $3,500 buy-in on this bait. So basically, they're going to get to play 6, take their dinner break, come back, and register up. So plenty of time to get down here. If you're in the area, and if not, get down here and do it tomorrow. But the bullets are getting fired. We're at 2:21 already right now. So lots of money. Lots of money on the line. Going to be great. Oh my goodness. I didn't even get to go to my news sites. Well, I did go to my news sites. But I don't have those. I
was going to say, what, Fox News doesn't come on in Florida?
No. I'm not. I'm talking poker newsy type sites. No, Fox News very prevalent in Florida. Thank God. Let's see what else. Let's see what's going on. Oh, Jonathan Jaffe, putting up the win at the partypoker.net WPT Montreal at Playground. They have survived the Alan Kessler crisis, and a lot of players are coming down here from Montreal to play. But Jonathan Jaffe takes that one down.
That's great for Jonathan.
Absolutely.
Well deserved.
The Jaffes.
He's been in the field for a long time, and he's finally getting his fair share of it.
And, of course, Jared Jaffe won a bracelet at the World Series this year. So the Jaffes, the East Coasters, the AC guys, knocking it out. We've had the Pahujas doing very well. And now the Jaffes are in there. How about that? Is awesome. Jonathan Jaffe wins $429,106. Beats Ratharam. I'm not going to try it. I'm too frazzled. Civignanum. There we go. $290,111. And McCool Bahuja finishing third there. Kevin McPhee in fourth. Sam Chartier in fifth. And Guillaume Nollet finishing in sixth on that one. Philip Hui was seventh. Marc-Andre Ladouceur in ninth. Antonio Sfarniari finishing 25th. Andy Frankenberger, who is in the house today, finished 47th in that event. But big congratulations, Jonathan Jaffe, WPT champ at the Playground.
Well, Mark, the world is definitely a changing place. A 62-year-old TKOs a 29-year-old in a Moscow
I saw that
professional boxing match, and that was Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke laying the
62-year-old Mickey Rourke knocks out a 29-year-old in Moscow.
Al was saying something important to me, and I couldn't hear him. I feel bad. Yeah, how about that? Mickey Rourke banging it out. That is insane. Unbelievable. But
wanting to put yourself through that much damage in a professional boxing match at the age of 62, that takes a lot.
That does.
What is it that makes you want to go in and get your ass kicked?
Brain damage?
Yeah.
I'll just throw that one out. May have gotten injured during the wrestler and just never came back from it. That could be drug use too. Yeah,
he was a boxer before too.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. And one item I want to talk about when we come back from break, because I have got to get a break and pull everything together here. Vicky Corin Mitchell leaving Team Poker Stars. We mentioned it on the KLAV show yesterday, and we really didn't have too much time to elaborate on it. But I want to bounce that one off you too while we have some time here on the show. And of course, once again, Erin Massey.
I love that she did that, by the way.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. I can't wait to talk about it.
Yep. So, and Erin Massey's going to be joining us in a little bit too. So stick around, everybody. We're going to take
the Erin Massey.
Yep.
Your seats. You better warm up that seat, or he's going to start it on fire just sitting down.
I know. He's hot. Very hot. on a heater, as the kids like to say. All right, let's take that break, and I'm going to get my brain together here a little bit and come back to the show. We'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. Thanks for joining us.
PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top-quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors and portable bars to bub stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends. We supply everything else. Live it. Love it. Pokershop.com.
I'm Dutch Boyd, two-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
The Two-Pair Poker Tour takes over the High Mountain Poker Palace in Eugene, Oregon, December 4th through the 14th. The series features 8 live-streamed final tables where you could be playing for a championship for all your friends to see. This Two-Pair Poker Tour series will also feature appearances by ESPN's Lon McCarron, WSOP bracelet winner Tyler Patterson, Two-Pair Team Pros Sean Drake, Matt Bodorf, and Drew Casari, plus the Mark Hoke Show team, bringing you commentary and live event coverage throughout the series. And book your rooms now with a special poker player rate at the beautiful Holiday Inn Eugene Springfield by calling 541-284-0631 and use the group code HMP. So join us at Eugene, Oregon for the Two-Pair Poker Tour December 4th through the 14th. For all the series info, visit twopairpoker.net, the number 2pairpoker.net. Two-Pair Poker. We provide the ultimate player experience.
It's time for you to check out RogueWire.com. News, sports, entertainment, and the internet home of The Mark Hoke Show. Don't wait. Let the sparks fly from your computer at RogueWire.com. And of course, RogueWire.com is powered by BlueRail.net. For over 2 years, The Mark Hoke Show has trusted BlueRail.net as their exclusive host, and you can too. Visit BlueRail.net for top-level web hosting, website building and maintenance, one-on-one customer service, and much more. It's time to get on board with your winning combination, BlueRail.net and RogueWire.com. How far do you want to go?
There's nothing better than sitting down to play poker with good friends and cutting loose. And that's what you're going to find when you tune in to Poker Night in America. Poker Night in America is revolutionizing televised poker in a big way, with all the action you love and the hilarious fun you've been missing. Come take a seat at the table with all your favorite players, old and new, with Poker Night in America. Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on CBS Sports Network. And don't forget to visit the show online at PokerNight.com. So pull up a chair and join us Sundays on Poker Night in America.
Hi everyone, Mark here. If you're a poker player like me and looking for something different and exciting to play, you should give Open-Faced Chinese Poker a shot. It has just the right mix of skill, luck, plus a huge dose of the fun factor we're all looking for. There's a reason Open-Faced Chinese Poker has everyone from the recreational player to the top pros hooked on its thrills, action, and unique social interactions you won't find in Hold'em. An incredible game like this has got to be worth checking out. And it's easy to learn, especially by using the ABC Chinese Poker app. Download the ABC Chinese Poker app on iTunes today and find out what everyone's talking about. And if you have questions about the game, tweet at ABC Chinese Poker and they'll be glad to help you along. So join the Open-Faced Chinese Poker community today with the ABC Chinese Poker app, and we'll see you at the tables.
The poker action never stops at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. We have millions of reasons for you to be a part of our 4th annual Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open, November 13th through December 3rd. Time to go all in. Opening event starts November 13th with a $500,000 guaranteed prize pool. Play in any of the events leading up to the championship at the premier poker destination. The Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open Championship begins November 28th through December 3rd with a guaranteed prize pool of $2 million. Final table of the championship will be live streamed by Poker Night in America and aired on CBS Sports. Space is limited. Visit shrpo.com or the poker room for registration and details. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Hollywood. Must be 21 to play slots and table games and at least 18 to play live poker. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to the Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we are back. Turning the microphone on, always a plus. Mark Hoke on the Mark Hoke Show. Amazing how that works. Nate Allen is out there too.
I am.
And I see the Doctor of Pokenomics is over there too on Nate's video screen.
The Doctor of Pokernomics. Dr. Rudy himself.
Dr. Rudy's over there.
He's sitting here next to me.
I know. Did he like that? Could he hear you? Ask him if he likes that nickname.
He didn't respond though.
Did he like the nickname?
Doctor of Pokernomics.
Doctor of Pokernomics.
Yeah, he likes it.
Yeah, I can tell.
He's playing on WSOP.com, focusing.
Well, good for him. Good for him. Hey, by the way, Nate, you know what? The Doctor of Pokernomics and everybody else should be buying their tickets right now. You know why,
For
Nate?
Oregon?
Do you know why?
Why?
Because they need to be coming up to the Two-Pair Poker Tour series in Eugene,
if they're not
Oregon.
already on their way to Florida.
Well, but it's afterward. So go buy your tickets. You know, this is really simple. It's not a difficult theory. Go to the number 2 pairpoker.net.
8 live streams. That's actually really inexpensive too. But go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, if you happen to have it handy, you can tell everybody about it. I'm just looking at the pulling the.
I don't have it as handy as you do, I'm sure.
Not quite.
I've still got Mickey Rourke up here knocking out 29-year-olds.
Oh, jeez. But we're the Two-Pair Poker Tour is going to be at the High Mountain Poker Palace in Eugene, Oregon, coming up December 4th through the 14th. We've got 8 live stream final tables. I know I'll be handling the commentary duties for sure on 7 of them, unless they move up the live stream to the next day on one of them, just for fun. We'll see what happens. But we've got that going on. Of course, Lon McCarron going to be stopping by as the tour ambassador. Tyler Patterson, WSOP bracelet winner, is coming. I'm trying to talk Dusty Schmidt into coming too. Well,
that'd be fun.
That would be great. Dusty
Leather ass himself, huh?
Yeah, Dusty lives over in Portland, so I was talking to him online. We're working on that. No guarantees, but that would be fun to have Dusty coming up. And of course, the 2-pair team pros, Sean Drake, Matt Bodorf, Drew Casari are going to be there. Nate is going to be there. Not that anybody cares about that, but no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Aww.
I'm kidding. They do care. They do. Everybody cares. You're going to be up there. Nate's going to be. We're going to be working on the live event coverage, plus of course the commentary on the series. And if you want to get your rooms, we've got a special rate for you, $89 at the beautiful Holiday Inn Eugene Springfield. This place is like when everybody comes up there for the college football games, this is the place that they want to stay. It's always the hotel that gets booked up first. You can give them a call, 541-284-0631. It's 541-284-0631. Give the code HMP, and you will get that special rate. Otherwise, you're going to be paying out the yin-yang or staying at the Motel Roach. So just stay with all of us.
Yin-yang.
Yeah, so just stay with us at the Holiday Inn. You're going to be very glad you did, and come up to check out the 2-pair Poker Tour series going on up there in Eugene, Oregon. You know, it's funny. I was talking to Matt Waxman about it. He says, I've never gone up there. I'm like, well, there's the chance. Waxy, if you've never been up, come up and play some poker up there in Eugene, Oregon.
Get on a live stream final table.
There's a good chance you can do it if you have some talent.
Absolutely.
Yeah, lots of great events up there. Kicking off with a No Limit Hold'em Mega Stack. 30-minute blind levels on that, 12,000 chips. And they run a great structure up there, too. I can tell you that. I haven't been in one of their events before. Let's see what else we have going on. Just running down. Got a nice big No Limit Hold'em re-entry event running the 5th and 6th with the final table on the 7th. So that's going to be the first weekend's events. Let's see what else we got. No Limit Hold'em Mega Stack on Monday. No Limit Hold'em Mega Stack on Tuesday. No Limit Mega Stack on Wednesday. The High Roller. $1,500 buy-in on that one. That is on Thursday up there. And then we have the Series Championship Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So lots going on up there with the two-pair poker tour. And we're going to have a blast going up there, Nate. I can't wait.
Me either. That's going to be so fun, Mark.
I'm trying not to laugh too hard because you're on video to me right now on Skype, and Dr. Rudy is just slumped it's very walrus-like.
Very walrus-like.
Yeah, he's just
you look very walrus-like on camera.
He's just flumped,
Mr. Hoke.
He's flumped in a pile on this big comfy couch, and it just looks like it's a black sweatshirt and jeans absorbed in there with a face. He's just been pulled in.
And the cat laying down in between us.
Oh, there's a cat there too. Oh my goodness.
There's a cat.
That, by the way, Aaron Massey's going to be joining us when the players hit the break here shortly. So looking forward to saying hi to the man behind. Yes, it's branded Big Cock Poker. Lots of roosters.
Well, he's got some competition. He is there?
Well, he'll be coming over. They're still playing right now. I think we're actually.
But Brandon is there from Big Cock Poker?
No, I know he's not. Aaron's here.
Oh, okay. Just Aaron?
That's as far as I know. But he's a few tables away. By the way, Area Pro Arrow Massey is here as well. He just walked in the door. Where you can see him from here. I'm just kind of looking around the room at this point. But we got a lot of tables going on. I think we've only this whole ballroom right now. I'm just looking. There's only about like 8 or 10 or 11 tables open. Period. Right now, and it's Friday afternoon, so looking pretty good. We're gonna have a fantastic main event here, plus the rest of the series. And once again, we do have that holiday deep stack going on today. That started at 11 a.m., so that's already going on. But then coming up
I thought that was the one you got in.
This was mine was a secondary event. This is the official holiday deep stack no limit hold'em re-entry. $30,000 guarantee on that. And coming back Sunday, Saturday is day 1B. Then Sunday we've got a $200 big stack turbo no limit hold'em re-entry event, $20,000 guarantee on that starting at noon. Also on Sunday, day 1 starting at 3 p.m. of the $1,650 purple chip no bounty no limit hold'em tournament. So if you don't make the main event, to day 2, you've got a chance to come back and play a $1,650 event. And then also on Sunday, another one kicking off too. We got a no limit hold'em re-entry, $150 buy-in, $50,000 guaranteed. Nate, that's not bad for a $150 tournament.
That's huge.
So that's on Sunday, and then Monday, the last starter of this series, $300 deep stack black chip bounty no limit hold'em re-entry tournament, $30,000 guarantee on that. Plus Poker Night in America tapings and all sorts of good stuff going on. So, yeah, gonna be a great series here. Woo.
And it's rivalry week.
Oh, there is all sorts of stuff going on. Boy, they're gonna get smoked, Nate.
I don't know. Right now, there's a search on. There's a missing Ohio State football player.
Yeah, and I didn't.
He
get to
got
read the
scared
story
and
yet.
just ran away. I think the rest of the team should do the same thing.
Nate, come on.
What?
Did you really just say that?
Well, I do want to wish my best to the family of the missing Ohio State student. I hope he comes home after Sunday.
Listen to you. Yeah, I mean that is a terrible story, by the way. Costa
It
Cara
really
George,
is. It really is. Costa Cara George.
Defensive lineman, hasn't been seen since early Wednesday morning. Went for a walk. See, here's more
at 2
advice.
a.m.
He
Who
went
goes
out
for a walk at 2 a.m.?
Yeah, he went for a walk
Ohio
at 2
State
a.m.
players. That's who goes for walks at 2 a.m. Not too
A
bright.
lot of stupid people do that, but you remember, you know, there's always a good rule out there. Nothing good happens after midnight. Nothing good happens after midnight. So just, you know, be smart, stay home. But yeah, that's apparently the last time anybody saw him, and you know, we want to wish him all the best. Hopefully, we'll find him very soon. Ray Rice got reinstated, by the way. We can talk about that in a little bit too. But I want to get into this thing with Vicky Corin.
But Ray Rice is reinstated. He's ready to come back. But Julian Peters, who is giving his child a lesson like most of us,
Adrian
grew
Peterson.
up with having to get lessons. Adrian Peterson.
That was close. Julian Peters.
I don't even know what did I say?
You said Julian Peters.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Julian Peters. I gotta say, Nate, that is. Yeah, that is incorrect, sir. Where's my buzzer?
So, anyways, up there you're getting suspended more for.
Oh, hang on. I got your buzzer.
Spanking your kids than you are for knocking your wife out in an elevator in public.
Well, but here's why he got reinstated.
Yeah, the double.
And very simply put, and I remember we talked about this
Double jeopardy
on the show a long time ago. That you know, he had been suspended for 2 games. They changed the rules. You know, after they changed everything up, after, you know, everybody flipped out, and he gets an indefinite suspension. You can't do that. You can't do that. If he got suspended once for something and was given a penalty, you can't change it. I knew they were going to get him on that. I knew it. So there you go. So Ray Rice looking for a job right now. But speaking of someone who quit a job, I want to talk about this thing before we hit this break with, I don't know, we probably ought to hold off a little bit because they're going to be going on a break a couple minutes. So either hopefully Aaron will come here first, or else he'll, you know, take a fast break and come back over. So, yeah, we probably ought to hold off on the story with Victoria Corin. But Aaron Massey should be coming here as these players are going to hit their second break. Oh, David Levy's in the house, by the way. Forgot to mention that. David Levy here. Just saw him hanging out. He's a couple tables away from us. Waiting for the presence of Alan Kessler, by the way. Going to roll out the red carpet. Spotlights shining. And Alan Kessler is going to be here. By the way, I got to tell you, too, in the tournament last night, I got to play against Blake Ovine, the 18-year-old North Dakotan who was down here. That kid is a pain in the butt. I finished ahead of him. But that kid...
You finished ahead of him.
I did finish ahead of him. But that kid, I'll tell you what, bright future for that kid. He is impressive. I'm going to warn everybody right now. Watch out for that name in a few years. Blake Ovine, O-V-I-N-D. Talented kid.
Lots to learn.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, he's very aggressive. He's tough. I mean, you know, I like the kid a lot. Really do. Great manner about him. Carries himself well. You know, not a cocky kid or anything like that. Very nice. So keep an eye on that one. Man, Aaron Massey, by the way, going to be stopping over here in a little bit. Anybody Hendon mobbed him lately? Because if you haven't, it's enough to make you cry. It really is. What this guy has done in the past, for just over a year time here. I mean, this is sick. He was a runner-up of the Heartland Poker Tour main event out in Gary, Indiana. Came in second there, right? Since then, third place at Event 55 of the World Series of Poker, $255,000. Wins the Heartland Poker Tour in Chicago, $177,000 there. Wins $1,500 HPT main event in Fresno, right? Wins a $1,570 bounty tournament up in Jacksonville. I mean, This guy is just tearing it up right now. Oh, and I forgot the $500 Big Stack Reentry Tournament at the Borgata, where he finished second in that, picked up another $219,000. How do you
It's
do that?
so huge.
How do you do that? That is just that is unbelievable.
But if you look, those are just his most recent scores.
Oh, yeah.
mean, a year ago, a little over a year ago, he got second in the Heartland Poker Tour. And yeah, was that one of the ones you were talking about? Gary, Indiana for 95K?
Yeah, that was where I started. Yep. Yeah, he's now. I mean, this is unbelievable when you think about this. He's
entering larger events. He's been playing for quite a long time. I mean, I'm sitting here still scrolling on his Hendon Mob down to 2009. So
yeah,
he's doing exactly it's progression of his career.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly what you're supposed to do.
All-time
he's
money.
He's matured. He's ready to take on the best.
All-time money list now up to 401, which is that. When you really think about that, out of all the poker players, 401st of all time. I mean, that's pretty impressive. 254th on the all-time U.S. money list. And speaking of him, well, I'll tell you what. And this is the sickest part about all that he's been doing. He's a pretty handsome guy too, and it really pisses me off. Let's get him on the show here.
That's open too.
We'll turn that mic on for you too. Aaron, what's up, my friend?
Hi, guys.
How's it going over there?
Well, somebody's already called a clock on me.
Oh.
And I called. I was wrong. But, I don't know. They're making a big deal about it. But besides that, everything's good. I'm actually above starting stack, and I'm taking a little time to make my decisions.
What do you mean?
But I'm feeling good. Good start.
Very nice. Well, I got to tell you, Aaron, I want to give you congratulations. Honestly, of all the people that I've had on the show over the past few years, you're one of the most inspirational guys that we had on. I mean, just
thanks,
everything that you said. If people weren't lifted up and ready to go kick some ass after hearing you talk,
well,
you should have been. And look what you've done now. I mean, just the last calendar year has been unbelievable.
Yeah. I just attribute it to the same things that I attributed to my past success, man, and that's just showing up and working hard and doing the right things and trying to, lead by example for the people around me.
HPT Player of the Year.
Also get, as much from my friends as possible, as far as, like, some guidance and leadership and help and everything. And we just, together, we just help each other improve. And I've been trying to improve every day, and it's led to a lot of success and hopefully leads to more.
Well, winning those two events this year, I mean, what did that mean to you professionally? I mean, because, certainly everybody knew you were out there and you were doing well, but now where do you feel like that puts you?
Well, it's definitely validating, and it definitely feels great. I don't know if it technically puts me anywhere, financially it puts me somewhere because I made some money and got some buy-ins, and, as far as my career, I guess as far as the recognition and the exposure through the media and everything like that, it's definitely given me a push. But I'm just worried about, trying to be in that elite group of players and trying to be the best player I can be. And by doing that, that's what I'm really trying to accomplish. And what I want to do to get and to stay in that elite group is just to keep working hard and to keep trying to, gain results and to further, my resume and it means a lot to me, I feel like the best things have yet to come, and I'm not focused on all the things I have accomplished. I'm focusing on all the things that I really want to accomplish in the future.
Well, I think one thing that's interesting is that now, with all that you've done over the past year, not just the wins, but, some other big finishes too, it kind of puts you at a spot now where you're right in a position where you could, if you wanted to, you could really start playing some pretty high buy-in events if you chose to.
Yeah.
Or, you keep doing what you're doing. Where do you think is the right course for you at this point in your career? Do you keep trying to go up and up in terms of buy-ins and, take bigger shots, or do you stay where you're at right now and just keep winning?
No, man, little by little. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm going to continue to do what I've been successful doing, and little by little throughout my career, I've played, larger buy-ins and, more prestigious tournaments, and I've been playing them. I just haven't been winning them. My success has come on what I call the MOP Tour, which is, if you were in Major League Baseball, it wouldn't be the majors, it'd be like that AAA, AA range. And I've had a lot of success in there. But I've been out here competing in the major leagues. I've been playing the WPTs and I've been playing some other tournaments. And I'm not trying to jump into any high rollers or anything like that. Let me try to have some success on this level first before we can start talking about that. I know it's a long process. It's a long life, one step at a time. I watched a lot of people go broke in this game, and I've used them all as cautionary tales. And I don't want to be like that. I don't want to go broke. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Trying to stay as humble as I can. I'm actually, understanding humility a lot more the more success I have. And I've always been kind of cocky, and I still am. But I'm trying to, just have better perspective on everything like that. And I think it would be, rather cocky or even, rather foolish or ambitious of me to start taking shots just because everyone's telling me I'm great when I know that I'm not that much greater than I was yesterday, and that for me to be great, I got to continue to make little improvements along the way.
What do you think you need to do to take your game to that last level?
That's going to be something that I got to deal with in myself. I mean, as far as plugging some personal leaks, I think that I have some tendencies that I'm aware of, and being self-aware is definitely the most important thing. It's the first step, and I've identified some leaks in my life and in my game, and some tendencies that I have, and some things that I do that maybe aren't so optimal. And that's the way I live, and that's the way that I play too. And so I just got to try to address these things while also trying to identify other weaknesses that I have. And the thing is I probably have these weaknesses and don't even know it, because that takes time to try to keep improving, and everything's changing, and I'm just trying to stay aware, and I try to stay ahead of the curve. I see what other people are doing, and I try to come up with a game plan that they aren't ready for, that's going to be harder to combat, because I understand how to, combat a certain style, but I'm trying to, change it up a little bit and throw in things and throw in a lot of live, I'm a live player first. I'm instinctual, and a lot of interpersonal communication, a lot of table talk, antics, whatever. I'll do whatever it takes to try to win the hand, and I think that that's what's taking my game to the next level. And as long as I continue to be self-aware and to try to pay as much attention as possible to both myself and my opponents, that I'm just going to keep getting better every day, and it's going to be scary.
How hard is it to really take a good look at yourself and what you're doing when everybody around you, I'm sure, is like, oh, Aaron, you're so awesome. Oh, you're the greatest. Oh, man.
Yeah.
And it's blowing you up. But deep down in your heart that, there's some things I got to fix. How hard is that to dig down and pull that out?
It's not that hard when you're surrounded by a bunch of guys that'll put you in your place real quick.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
The guys around me, they don't blow smoke up my ass. They don't think I'm as great as the public does. They know better than that.
Yeah.
I'm still the same old kid. I'm just one of the guys. And we bust a lot of balls, and they put me in my place real quick. When my head's getting big, which it gets big every morning when I wake up, they put a pin in me real quick. First things first, Let's get Aaron back, his feet on the ground. So I just try to keep a good perspective on everything. It's not really that hard to try to do it, because I was always so damn cocky that I can never get to that level anymore. I was such a little shit that I know that I'm getting better every single day. So as long as I'm not like I used to be, then I know that I'm getting better. And like I said, it's all about self-awareness.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to stay humble as hard as that is, with everyone telling you you're great. But like I said, the people around me, they keep me in check, and I just got to try to be great tomorrow.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I want to wish you the best of luck here in the main event. We'd love to see you
Appreciate
maybe
that.
bring another one home. That would be
Yeah,
sweet,
man.
wouldn't it?
I'm really looking for a major title. I've been doing well in the mop tour. This wouldn't be considered a mop event. There's a lot of heavy hitters out here, and I'm among a lot of elite players as well as a lot of other players. And it's a big tournament, a great tournament. It's going to be a tough tournament, and I'm looking forward to making a run at this final table and possibly winning it.
Sounds good. Anybody wants to follow you on Twitter, give that out real quick.
Yeah, hit me up at Never Miss Massey. Gaining that following right now. Take a look at Big Cock Poker. We're burning up the scene right now, man. Me, Jake Baisley, my brother, Zoe Kareem, Kevin Saul, and we have a new edition coming soon. So stay tuned. We're going to relaunch the website, and we got a new member of BCP
new Big
coming.
Cock. We have a new Big Cock.
Yeah, it's a big one too.
Oh, wow.
So
huge
be
cock.
careful. He's a heavy hitter. He's going to be coming in swinging.
Sounds good, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Thanks for stopping over. I appreciate it. Good to see you.
Thanks.
The man, he is on fire. I mean, look what happened.
You couldn't bring a big ass poker to him?
There's a cigarette. There's a burn hole in the seat. Aaron Massey. Now I'm going to have to pay for that. Unbelievable. I'm sorry, Nate. I may have had the Aaron's headphones off on that. I do apologize. I know you wanted to say hi. I'm gonna look at that real fast. Let's take a look. Did Mark make another mistake today? No, I did not. No, I didn't. I don't know what was going on there, but Aaron maybe just ignored you because
No.
No, but great.
That's okay.
Great guy.
I'm used to being ignored, Mark.
Yeah, great guy.
I've been married for 16 years.
Yeah, good point.
I'm used to being ignored.
Very good point. Yeah, so good to talk to Aaron there. And, of course, the players are on break here. They have just finished up level 4 here in day 1A of the main event here at the Seminole Hard Rock and Roll Poker Open. Like we said, just a ton of talent in this room. And we're going to break it down a little bit more for you and talk about this Vicky Korn thing when we come back. So let's get that commercial break in, and we will return here shortly on the Mark Hoke Show. Nate Dowland along here, too. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back.
Hi everyone, Mark here. If you're a poker player like me and looking for something different and exciting to play, you should give open-faced Chinese poker a shot. It has just the right mix of skill, luck, plus a huge dose of the fun factor we're all looking for. There's a reason open-faced Chinese poker has everyone from the recreational player to the top pros hooked on its thrills, action, and unique social interactions you won't find in Hold'em. An incredible game like this has got to be worth checking out. And it's easy to learn, especially by using the ABC Chinese Poker app. Download the ABC Chinese Poker app on iTunes today and find out what everyone's talking about. And if you have questions about the game, tweet at ABC Chinese Poker and they'll be glad to help you along. So join the open-faced Chinese poker community today with the ABC Chinese Poker app, and we'll see you at the tables.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel apparel.
The poker action never stops at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. We have millions of reasons for you to be a part of our 4th annual Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open, November 13th through December 3rd. Time to go all in. Opening event starts November 13th with the $500,000 guaranteed prize pool. Play in any of the events leading up to the championship at the premier poker destination. The Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open Championship begins November 28th through December 3rd with a guaranteed prize pool of $2 million. Final table of the championship will be live streamed by Poker Night in America and aired on CBS Sports. Space is limited. Visit shrpo.com or the poker room for registration and details. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Hollywood. Must be 21 to play slots and table games and at least 18 to play live poker. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
The Two-Pair Poker Tour takes over the High Mountain Poker Palace in Eugene, Oregon, December 4th through the 14th. The series features 8 live-streamed final tables where you could be playing for a championship for all your friends to see. This Two-Pair Poker Tour series will also feature appearances by ESPN's Lon McCarron, WSOP bracelet winner Tyler Patterson, Two-Pair Team Pros Sean Drake, Matt Bodorf, and Drew Casari, plus the Mark Hoke Show team, bringing you commentary and live event coverage tournaments throughout the series. And book your rooms now with a special poker player rate at the beautiful Holiday Inn Eugene, Springfield by calling 541-284-0631 and use the group code HMP. So join us at Eugene, Oregon for the Two-Pair Poker Tour December 4th through the 14th. For all the series info, visit twopairpoker.net. The number 2pairpoker.net. Two-Pair Poker. We provide the ultimate player experience.
I'm Dutch Boyd, two-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
There's nothing better than sitting down to play poker with good friends and cutting loose. And that's what you're going to find when you tune in to Poker Night in America. Poker Night in America is revolutionizing televised poker in a big way with all the action you love and the hilarious fun you've been missing. Come take a seat at the table with all your favorite players, old and new, with Poker Night in America. Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on CBS Sports Network. And don't forget to visit the show online at pokernight.com. So pull up a chair and join us Sundays on Poker Night in America. PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors and portable bars to bump stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends. We supply everything else. Live it. Love it. Pokershop.com.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is The Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
Hey, and we are back live here. Just like it says, right behind me there.
Right behind you there.
SHRPO, the Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open. By the way, if you want to tweet in to everybody, the legendary Al Can't Hang, Layman down there. Of course, I'll be joining in the blog team soon at shrpo.com. But you can tweet at shrpo. Hashtag SHRPO. How about that? I mean, it doesn't get easier than that. It's just SHRPO everything. It's like a cornucopia of Sherpo. It's a winner. Well, I'll tell you what, this field gets deeper and deeper as we are starting to see a lot of the big dogs showing up trying to eat their breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Nate, I'll tell you, it's just unbelievable who all is here. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Right across
I'm ready.
Almost across from me here, the grinder, Michael Mizrachi, has shown up. He is on Errol Massey's table right in front of us. A couple tables over.
Tough table.
Yeah. Plus a couple pretty good locals here on that table, too. A few tables over is the defending champion, Matt Waxman, is hanging out over there. So Waxy is in the house. Of course, we mentioned Errol Massey. Jared Jaffe has sat down and taken his seat. The reigning WPT champion, Kevin Stamen, is here. Kevin Stamen in the house. I'm saving this one. I'm trying not to jump the gun on announcing that this person is in the house. I'm working on here. Let's see who else we got. Like I said, Ryan Van Sanford is in the house. Let's see, Waxy's here. Sean Deeb, Chance Corners, Andy Frankenberger, all here. And Carlos Mortensen is here as well, the former world champion. 2001 WSOP main event champ. In the house, Carlos Mortensen is here. See, Red Lock, Zach Kessler just across the road here, straight down from me. So a lot of talented players playing for this.
Carlos was out here at the HPT just a week ago, I guess.
Yeah.
So he's getting back in shape. He's getting ready to take on some players.
I think he's still pissed about
that's kind of scary because Carlos is one of the best no limit hold'em players in the world, hands down.
I still maintain that since about 2000 that Mortensen is the best world champion out of the group at this point. I really would.
Carlos is definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, so Mortensen in the house. So you kids better watch out. But I think he's still pissed about the main event 2 years ago, where he bubbled the November
Final
9.
table.
I think he's going to take it out on everybody. Mortensen's my pick. How much fun that would be!
He'd be my pick too.
We could have a Mortensen, Mizrachi, Massey final table. That would be fun.
That would be so fun to watch.
And of course, that's going to be live streamed by the Poker Night in America team. That final table on December 3rd. I'll be on a flight home. I get to enjoy approximately 36 hours at my house. By the way, you got to pick me up at the airport, Nate.
I don't have a car right now, Mark.
Oh.
It needs a head gasket.
Okay, well, we'll work on that. I was hoping you were going to pick me up. I'll tell the wife to do it. But, yeah.
You're picking me up to go to Oregon.
Okay, well, we'll get that coordinated. But, so a ton of great players here at the Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open. And this is only day 1A. Just imagine what this field's going to be like tomorrow. It's going to be scary. I think I'd rather be playing today. With a few less players, but, it's going to get nasty. It is going to get nasty.
So what kind of sales do you think they're having for Black Friday in Ferguson?
Not many.
Not many?
Not many.
Think they're getting ready for a very white Christmas?
Oh, God, I'll tell you. Don't even get me rolling on that. Now, we said we were going to talk about Vicky Corin, and I want to make sure that we get into that story. Of course, she's walked away from her PokerStars sponsorship because of the fact that they're including casino games into this. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I found another name. Ellie Alezra's here.
Ellie Alezra.
Yeah.
No, if Ellie's there, Ted Forrest might not be too far behind.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention.
Do you have any mixed games going?
I'm sure there will be in the Seminole Hard Rock poker room at some point.
See, you guys will know a lot about the cash games that are going on up in Oregon also, because I will be doing some blogging up there. So.
Yeah. Oh, and Alex Bulletin's here now, too. Just got notified of that. David Diaz is in the house. And John Dolan. Wow. So, yeah, Dolan was on the final table of the main event here at the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open last time we were down here, and also won the title at the Cocoa Poker Open, just up the road, if I'm correct. So, yeah, so a lot of talent here. Anyway, Vicky Corin, of course, turned down letting go of her PokerStars sponsorship because they're including casino games in there. Doesn't approve of it, and an interesting stand by her. Yeah, let me get your take on it first, Neil. I'll let you fire away.
Well, there's gambling and then there's poker. In the gambling aspect of poker, you're gambling against another person. You're not gambling against the house. The house has no advantage. They get the same rake from every player, depending on the pot, whether it's a cash game or tournament. In the regular gambling games they have, the slot machines, the roulette wheels, craps, blackjack, all that, the house has a big advantage. So I don't believe that if you're a poker player, you're a gambler, and a lot of people don't look at gambling the same way. So I don't look at gambling the same way. I know the difference between sitting down at a Keno machine and sitting down at a poker table. Neither of them are the best things in the world to do, but poker is definitely something that you can control more than you can control a machine or trying to count a deck in blackjack, and you can't count in a digital deck, I don't believe.
Yeah, and
what do you think, Mark?
Well, and I admire her stand on it. I mean, whether you agree or disagree with what she's saying, I think that when we were at the unfortunately you missed it, but the Hall of Fame ceremony, Dan Negreanu talked about being principled and standing up for what he believes in, and wishing that more people would be willing to take a stand on things, in the poker world. That it's just something that doesn't happen that much, and for her to step up and say, you know what, I'm sorry. I mean, this means a lot to me to be a part of Poker Stars, but I can't condone this. I think is great. We mentioned also on the KLAV show, Dutch Boyd decided I'm not playing the main event at the Venetian because of Sheldon Allison. He said Sheldon Allison's the enemy, and pulled out. I know he was really psyched about playing that too, and decided, you know what, enough's enough. And I think it's very good to see poker players starting to be willing to stand up for it, despite how much it hurts them. Because I mean, obviously, Vicky Corin losing that sponsorship, I mean, that's going to be a good chunk of money out of her pocket, and she's very well connected in terms of the image with Poker Stars and the European Poker Tour. So for her to do that, I think is very courageous. Yeah, and you can disagree with the decision. Because I agree. I think there's some people out there are going to call it hypocritical because, they don't see a distinction between poker and gambling, which and other table games, which you discussed. But I think it's a good thing, and I wish more players would be willing to step up in a lot of different areas and take a stand and say, you know what, this isn't right. And whether you think I'm right or wrong, I'm putting my foot down and saying this is enough. So. To me, that's pretty impressive for her to do something like that, especially in a day where it's so hard to get those sponsorships and Poker Stars is dropping players right and left.
I agree that, especially with Dutch Boyd making the stand against Sheldon Adelson, I think all poker players should do the same thing. And also with the entire Republican Party. Just get rid of them all.
Hey, now. Wow. Why do I have to keep pointing out Feinstein and Boxer and so many of those crazy other ones? There's a lot of people on both sides of the aisle that are against it. Most of them don't really care.
The Democrat that's funneling millions of dollars to try to get what he wants.
There's a few out there.
There's just his only political gain, is to get rid of the competition from online gambling. So
I agree.
Force people to go into his properties around the world and take people's money. That way, you don't have to worry about click your mouse and lose your house. When you can just come in and ask me for a loan, and I'll give it to you, and you can lose your house. What's the difference?
There isn't. I agree. It's 100% hypocritical, and I think it's wrong.
So he's funneling his money through the Republican Party so that he can get more Republicans in office so that he can get his way.
It's going in other places, too. Don't kid yourself on that.
Oh, he's written most of his checks to the GOP, plain and simple.
Well, sure he has, because politically that's where he stands, too. But look, here's the thing. There's people on both sides of the aisle that are bought and paid for by the casino industry. So you can't really generalize that in one party. I mean, Sheldon Adelson, typically Republican.
Tell me the Democrat that's fighting against us.
Dianne Feinstein, Barbara Boxer.
No, they're fighting for different regulations. They're not fighting against online poker.
Yeah, they are. They don't want it either. They're on the kooky side of it. It's no business. It's just kooky side. But anyway, not to get into the political debate about it, but I think that the one thing that I really love to see the poker, more prominent poker players do is be willing to take a stand and say, you know what, I don't like this. Like, some places where the rake's too high, you don't go to those places, and speak out about it. When the World Series is charging $4 for a banana, I'd like to see more people speaking out. And, I mean, it was funny. I remember when All-American Dave started bringing food into the World Series and was delivering that, and then the WSOP flipped out on him. And I was like, well,
you can't bring food in here.
You can't do that. Well, yeah, they could. Because
and then they just figured out how to charge him for a spot in the back.
That's what they did. I love Dave, but they kind of bought that one. Because obviously I doubt that they invited Dave in without getting a piece of the pie.
I'm sure you had to pay.
Yeah, but
that was some of the funnest parts of my day. Standing at the World Series this year was watching All-American Dave's girls deliver food.
Oh, of course, that brought joy and pleasure to everybody. But it's a shame when you see organizations taking advantage of players like that. I mean, we know at the World Series, for example, I bought a pack of crackers and an iced tea a couple of times. It cost $6 and change. Are you kidding me? I mean, are you kidding me?
You didn't learn how to pack a lunchbox?
Well, there were a couple times where I was out of stuff, and I was kind of like, I'm in a hurry.
The ER sucks.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just, it's ridiculous. I mean, this isn't a movie theater. Movie theaters, all they make their money off of is the concessions. But at the World Series, they're making money hand over fist. So, don't sit there and tell me that you can't, charge a reasonable price for that kind of stuff. And I would think they'd sell more if they did. You'd make it up.
You'd think.
You would think, but nope. We're gonna screw the players. They're the ones coming in spending millions of dollars for 7 weeks, but I don't know. I mean, that kind of stuff needs to stop. It just needs to stop. But no one's willing to stand up and say it. So good for Vicky. That's a very impressive stand on her part. But that I gotta say, that does take nuts to drop a Poker Star sponsorship. That takes balls as big as church bells, as the movie said. So there you go. So that's that on Vicky Corn. By the way, Mark Hoke here. On the Mark Hoke Show, we got Nate Down along for the ride. Dr. Rudy is kind of being an appendix over there. With Nate in
kicking it on the couch, the big-ass poker couch.
Yeah, very comfortable over there, it looks like. But, yeah, we're having a great time here.
It's kind of chilly. Yeah. It's kind of chilly out here, Mark.
It's all right here.
We're not in sunny Florida.
Yeah, well, I've been outside once for sunny Florida, so. But, of course, we're in the ballroom here at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood, Florida, for the Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open. We're on day 1A of the main event on level 5 right now. 229 entries so far into the tournament. Of course, day 1B kicking off tomorrow at noon. And you can still get into this thing for through the dinner break coming up here. So we've got an hour and 42 plus the dinner break for you to hop in here if you want to get in or re-enter, depending how crazy you're feeling right now. But we'd love to have you come down here and join us. And, of course, a bunch of side events, too, and a Poker Night in America series of tapings as well this weekend. So it should be a great time through Wednesday. Of course, we're heading home on Tuesday. Wednesday morning. Tuesday will be our last day broadcasting here before we head up to that 2-pair poker tour event in Eugene, Oregon at the High Mountain Poker Palace. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I can't wait. The High Mountain Poker Palace.
It is.
Sounds like my kind of place, Mark.
Smoke if you got them. Unbelievable. By the way, the Thundering Herd of Marshall has watched their undefeated season and a chance to go to a BCS bowl game down the tubes as the 7-5 Western Kentucky Hilltoppers come into Marshall and win 67-66 in overtime. That is a football score, by the way.
67-66 in overtime?
67-66 in overtime. So Marshall's undefeated season comes to a close today. That is too bad.
Oh.
Wow. So no, I got to look at the stand. I don't think that's kicked Marshall out of the. I think they're where are they? Are they in the American or the Sun Belt now? I have to double check.
That's not the basketball team playing?
No, that's not the basketball team.
Really?
That was the football
67-66 is a football score?
That was the football team. Yepers. So
it's amazing.
So a wild one in Huntington, West Virginia. Let's see, college football got some other scores. Of course, last night, TCU trying to make a statement, destroyed Texas, 48-10. Owie. What else do we have going on here? Top 25, Stanford and UCLA. UCLA is down 14-10. And the Trojans, if I remember right, depending on how this Arizona State game goes, they've got 2 outs to get to the Pac-10 championship game. But they are a little bit of trouble at home against Stanford. Arizona State, the Battle of the Desert there, 14s. It's a little bit before halftime there. And this is the big football score to me, by the way. This to me has the most national implications. Arkansas is at Missouri, and of course Arkansas had that long streak of not winning an SEC game, and now have shut out back-to-back opponents. They are playing Missouri at Mizzou right now, up 14-6 in the third quarter. If Arkansas wins that, Missouri is out of the SEC championship game. It would send Georgia to the SEC title game to either play Alabama or Mississippi State. So, and I think a lot of people would much rather see Georgia, who beat Missouri 34-0, get into the SEC title game than Missouri and make that a game. But, of course, the Georgia Bulldogs trying to pull an outside streak and get into the playoffs. So, big game. That's a big game right there, Nate. Big game.
Big game.
Big game. Let's see, what else is there?
I'm only worried about the Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Wow, did you just say that? I mean, I see. I condone insults on either side of that aisle. I'm okay with that one. I'm quite okay with that.
It's not as bad as this guy. His girlfriend started cooking dinner and she got drunk and she went in and laid down, and he completed dinner and sat down to eat, and she woke up while he was eating Thanksgiving Thanksgiving dinner a little early without her, and she stabbed him right in the chest.
Oh. What is going on in
Don't
this
you eat
world,
without
dude?
me on Thanksgiving?
God, we need to start exporting some people to like Belize or something.
Pennsylvania. They were in Pennsylvania.
Oh, that makes sense.
Isn't that where you're from?
Yeah.
You're from that neck of the woods, right?
You know, there's a lot of necks of the woods in Pennsylvania.
A lot of crazy women, looks like.
I've dated a few of them. NFL yesterday, by the way, of course, the Detroit Lions only one to defend the house on Thanksgiving Day, blast the Chicago Bears. Boy, what a hapless season for Chicago. But Detroit, not a bad position to go to the playoffs.
Like
They're probably gonna need 3 out of these last 4. They should get them. Boy, their schedule sucks the rest of the way till they play Green Bay at the end of the season. But Detroit 34-17 in the middle game. Oh, fly, Eagles, fly, baby. Oh, did the Cowboys get smacked? Philly 33-10. Eagles take control.
There was a Cowboy fan here yesterday that I kept making fun of. He didn't talk to me much the rest of the day.
Did you use the things that I mentioned on Facebook, by the way?
A couple of them.
Did you see my posts? I had some good ones.
I did go in. I'm like, it just isn't Thanksgiving without a Cowboys fan to pick on.
I mean, I gave some great suggestions, and I would recommend this not only at Thanksgiving, but any time during the you find a Cowboys fan. And I probably should mention those things here real quick just to let you know what you need to do. Of course, first, if you do have a family member or friend that is rooting for the Dallas Cowboys, you have to do the right thing. You get the hot roasting pan from the kitchen, especially Thanksgiving. You smack them over the head with it. You stand over their twitching body and proclaim to them that they're supporting the favorite team of the Dark Lord. And Cowboy cheers are actually a mystical chant that'll open a portal to Hades and let all the demons in our world. So we got to make sure they don't do that. So just tell them all they have to do is just say "Fly Eagles Fly." Then you give them a hug, get them an ice pack, and welcome them home. It's not hard. I mean, if you really love somebody, you'll help them. Of course, the other thing you got to do, if a Dallas Cowboy fan does come over to your house, make sure you lock up your puppies, kittens, and other small and defenseless household pets, and make sure they're in safe isolation. But just be careful, because if you do hear it's up, it's long enough, it's good, Septien wins the game, don't hesitate to call the authorities. Animal control will take care of those guys. All right, so just know what you have to do if a Dallas Cowboys fan comes over to your house. All right, it's very important. Come on,
it is very important.
The more you know.
And if you slap a Green Bay Packer fan, you'll get anything you want for Christmas.
The Packers aren't an evil franchise, though. You know that.
Mark, have you ever lived in Wisconsin?
I have never lived in Wisconsin, but the Packers are not the evil franchise.
The biggest asshole NFL fans in the entire world are in Wisconsin.
Whoa!
I promise you.
Oh, dude. The Cowboy fans are 200 times worse than them. Are you
No,
kidding
sir.
me?
No, sir. And the
Wow.
worst college fans out there, Mark,
Yeah.
are Iowa.
Iowa?
Iowa. I
Iowa?
went to the Iowa game in Iowa to watch Michigan play Iowa, and those are the rudest, meanest fans ever.
Wow.
I will
Colin.
never go back to Kinnick Stadium ever. It's an absolute horrible place to be.
Calling out the Iowa fans. Jesus. I guess we're never getting invited to a Horseshoe Bluff out there. That kind of sucks. Thanks, Nate. There's no casinos in Dallas. You know? Closest ones to the Oklahoma. We're okay there. But yeah, now
We can stay on the Omaha side anyway. We'll be better over there.
You just wrecked us in a state. Very good.
That's okay. There's nothing in Iowa besides cornfields and assholes. That's okay.
Unbelievable.
Have you ever been in Iowa?
Yeah, I've been in Iowa.
Whereabouts?
We're going to Cedar Rapids. Very nice people down there. Very nice people.
Just south of there is Iowa City.
I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I mean, you must have been hanging with the wrong crowd there or something. I
lived there for 6 years.
I've never had a problem with people in Iowa. Ever.
Oh.
I like Iowans. The Mark Hoke Show officially condones Iowans.
No.
Nate's opinion.
My wife's from Iowa. I don't like anybody from Iowa. Did I tell you that?
Jesus. We're live at the Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open. Fortunately, not in Iowa. We're in Hollywood, Florida. Oh, dear God. You see, I laid off all the Miami jokes and everything else because we're in Florida. You know? God, if we ever get a gig in Iowa, it's going to be trouble. Oh, but once again, the players are on level 5. About 30 minutes left in level 5 of day 1A of the main event going on right now. 1B kicking off tomorrow at noon, plus some other tournaments coming up. So, certainly take some time, get down here, just like the Grinder did. Yeah, Grinder's kind of up and down. Wow, Mike heard me from 2 tables away. That's sensitive. You can tell the man's got kids.
Yeah.
Very good. Very, very good for the Grinder. Oh, my God. Yeah, so that's what's going on down here right now. Said a ton of poker superstars here. More coming into town. This is going to be an amazing tournament, and we are really looking forward to that final table. Of course,
I got a trivia question for you, Mike. Or Mark. Mark. I got a trivia question for you.
What are you smoking today?
There was once a Las Vegas poker room named after the Grinder.
Oh, yeah?
Do you know what location that was at?
No.
Planet Hollywood.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
It used to be named the Mike Mizrachi Grinder Poker Room.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, maybe he'll take over this ballroom, and it'll be the Mizrachi Ballroom. He'll win enough money, he could buy the sponsorship.
Well, you should probably ask some of the dealers. They've probably gone to Mike's school. If you're looking for a career in dealing poker and other forms of gambling games, talk to the Mizrachis.
There you go. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I think with the players back in play, I think we're all good here. So I think we're going to step away for the afternoon. Of course, we're going to be back tomorrow. We're going to stay at that 3:30 time slot because of trying to time out the breaks here for the players because they'll be breaking about 4:15 every day. So I want to make sure we get somebody cool over here for you. So we'll be back tomorrow 3:30 Eastern time. Of course, once again, don't forget to follow the blog here at shrpo.com and at shrpo on Twitter, #shrpo. And if you want to follow the Mark Hoke Show on Twitter, we'd certainly appreciate it. At Mark Hoke Show, Facebook, The Mark Hoke Show. Give us a like there. That would be cool. And, of course, markhokeshow.com, where we are right now. Podcasts are on iTunes under Mark Hoke Show. Of course, you can also go to markhokeshow.podbean.com, where you can check out all our great shows that we've done on KLAV. And don't forget, of course, we are on Wednesdays, KLAV1230am.com and KLAV 1230am in Las Vegas. We'd love to have you join us there. I am working on a special guest. We'll see how that turns out. It's a semi-long shot, but if it comes through, we're going to be very happy. If not, oh well, we'll get somebody really good. Promise.
You're going to get Pam Anderson on?
No. No. But, of course, and also closing in on my 600th broadcast, expecting to hit that somewhere within the next month, depending on how things go with scheduling and so on. So pretty excited about that. So looking forward to show number 600. I believe this will be 587 or 88 right now. So we're getting there. 600 broadcasts, Nate. That's a lot. That's a 3.5 year period. So we're talking like 170 shows a year.
That's good.
That's pretty good. All right, so that's going to do it for us. I want to thank you for being with us here, guys. We do appreciate it. We'll see you back here tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time here on the Mark Hoke Show live from the Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open. Do appreciate you coming along. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great one.